So I'm Shankar Subaya. Hello, everyone. I'm going to present some of the agentic and generative AI applications I've developed uh, during the last 6 months. So the first application I'm presenting is a RAG application for indexing documents and then using them to do semantic search on those documents. So in this particular case, I've indexed about 10 books, mostly on generative AI and AI papers. And so these are all PDF documents. And I've used docling to extract text from those PDF documents and then uses and then used chunking. In this case, different chunking strategies are being used. One is markup, next one is semantic, and then context chunking. So, and we used Kudran database to store these indices. And the text from these documents are indexed using converted into vectors using sentence bird. And once these documents are vectorized and stored in the vector database, they can be used to do semantic search on those documents. In this particular case, if, for example, I can do this particular search, what attention is and how it is useful to NLP. So once I do this, it found 5 results, and it gives out the document where it appeared. In this particular case, it applied machine learning for AI engineers. 0.75, 715, and it has the main content, context after, context before, and the deep learning by Ian Goodfellow is also containing, it also contains material on attention, and also this one is from generative deep learning, and then hands-on large language model. So these are all the books in which there is sufficient information pertaining to attention and how it is useful to NLP. So the search results are very relevant, and the results are done. It contains the proper context in which they appear. So I wanted to enhance this further, and this particular project is available as as a as an application in my GitHub repository. Its name is Document Search by PDF. Okay. The next application I'm going to present is this cancer research newsletter. So this particular application is an agentic application developed using LangChain framework. So in this five topics are chosen. In this case, are mostly on cancer research, cancer prevention, early detection, treatment planning, and clinical trial. And it typically it takes about 5 times to generate, 5 minutes to generate the newsletter. And this particular agentic application has 3 agents. The researcher agent that researchers that does a research on the topic, 5 topics, creates a verb search, and then finds out articles on the newsletter, find out the articles, and then gives a summary and editorial, not just a summary, editorial summary based on the co-start prompt. Co-start is a prompt, detailed prompt definition that helps to generate more appropriate documents based on the tone. In this particular case, this newsletter is generated for physicians and healthcare professionals, so it's more scientific. And also, once the article is generated based on the content of the news articles, cover is also generated using DALL-E. In this particular case, The main topic is artificial intelligence and cancer care, and the new newsletter is dated October 19, and it contains an executive summary of the document, and it contains for each topic, it contains the detailed analysis, key findings, notable trends, and the key findings. For this is the first topic, and then it contains the top article, top 5 articles, and similarly for all the 5 topics, the summary and key findings and everything is generated, and this can be very useful to any cancer researcher. Okay, and once this article is generated, and it also uh, um, it also based on the knowledge graph of uh, the topics, it generates the high central terms uh, of uh, of the knowledge graph available in the newsletter, and presents the glossary. So this particular application was developed using Langgraph, and it has 3 agents. One is the uh, researcher agent, second one is the editor agent, and the third one is the chief editor agent. So the researcher agent searches for articles and presents a summary. The editor agent reviews the article and presents an editorial summary. And the chief editor agent reviews the editor's summary and suggests changes to the editor. And that's fixed number of times these iterations between the chief editor and the editor agent happen. Currently is given as 2. This particular newsletter takes about 5 minutes to generate, and it uses reputable websites to do a web search on those 5 research topics. It needs further work, and I'm making progress on this. This also available as a repository in my GitHub repository. The third application I'm generated is a travel log. This is a work in progress. This particular application requires a photo to be uploaded, and then once the photo is uploaded, it finds out human faces in the photo and generates all those faces. And it also is a very good tool. It's also a very good tool in the sense that it generates only the live faces in the picture, and also it removes, as you can see from here, the photos available on the photo is not seen. Okay, I need to make. I am making more progress on this application. Ultimately, based on the EXIF file of the photo, it will generate a chronological newsletter of the people, and I'm planning to use a Lava model to generate the text for this picture. Once the text for this picture is generated, it will create I will create a travel log of all the pictures, the description, the time, sequence, and when it has occurred, and a detailed description of the picture using Lava. So this is a work in progress. These are the 3 main projects I worked in the last 6 months, and I'm planning to work on these further. And all these projects are available in my GitHub repository. Okay. Thank you very much for listening to me.